An Advent Devotion, the Do-It-Yourself Kit for the Christmas Crib. This is Lisa Davis. December 14th, Light. See that the crib has sufficient light. Be neat and orderly about your person. Keep everything in its place in your room. Jesus, be the life and light of my soul. Nota bene. Can't you imagine that the first thing St. Joseph would have done after settling Our Lady comfortably on a soft hay bale in the stable in Bethlehem would have been to do exactly as we've been doing these last 13 days? He'd have found a broom or fashioned one from some straw to sweep away the cobwebs and tidy the floor. He'd have tended the little burrow and made sure the animal's pen was well secured. He'd have blocked up the holes in the chinking of the walls against drafts, and made sure that there were no leaks in the roof. Just as we've been doing figuratively, he would have done actually. The entire devotion of the Christmas crib has been about tidying. Our tidying has been of a spiritual nature instead of a practical one, but the analogy works because the two things are linked, whether we want to admit it or not. St. Francis de Sales said it out loud: external disorder and untidiness are a sign of internal disorder. And St. Bernard is credited with saying, preserve order and order will preserve you. That phrase you hear, cleanliness is next to godliness, isn't in the Bible, in case you wondered. And there is no commandment that warns us, thou shalt not leave a mess in the living room. But the saints know of which they speak. The discipline that's required for orderliness affects every part of our lives, from the simple ability to just find things, to living in a healthy environment, to the mindset that keeps our finances straight, to, most importantly, our regularity in our prayer life. The discipline of order and cleanliness is important for our spiritual and temporal well-being, and a habit that cannot be learned too early. The youngest of children should expect to be kept washed and dressed tidily. They should expect to live in a clean and tidy home. And trust me when I say they can learn from their first toddling steps to help clean up. No excuses. Fact is fact. Cleanliness is a virtue. Filthiness is a vice. And everyone should be pitching in. Don't leave all the work to Mom any more than you would to the Blessed Mother. Starting today, let's consider the cleanliness of our space, whatever areas are our particular responsibility. Our beds, everyone's got a bed to keep tidy. Our bedrooms, kitchen, yard, car, whatever it is. Let's choose one to begin with and think of it as the lantern that lights Jesus' stable. If our space is messy, the soot of laziness, disobedience, disorganization, or slack priorities is being allowed to build up on the glass of the lantern. If it's a difficult chore to fit into the day, make time for it, remembering how much the Holy Family appreciates this sacrifice and the light of love for Jesus that's smoothing out the blankets and pushing the broom and wiping away the dust. Only 10 days left until the night of your birth. Jesus, meek and humble of heart, make our hearts like unto thine.